Hello, my little munchkins, my little crones, and my little chickens. How are you on this fine afternoon? Well, evening.
Yes.
No, we have been looking at the Kardashians. I told you I was going to be watching them this season. However, I found it very entertaining.
Yes.
I really did. And let's see, Baby Crone, take us in. Let's see what's going on with the Kardashians.
Yes, it was definitely interesting to see that
Very interesting.
start of the episode "Cuff It" by Beyonce was played in full.
I was shocked because
Indeed.
I thought that Beyonce and she wasn't friends with Kim. So I also heard she had a birthday party and she invited them.
Yeah.
So maybe they made up, or maybe it was just all BS all along. Who knows? But I tell you one thing, Beyonce got paid for that.
Yes.
They paid the whole money. That's that $200 million home. Kardashian helped pay for it. They were just skating with it, honey. Yes, they did.
Yes, and turned it into like a mini.
I was
music
shocked.
Video.
I was actually shocked. And I'm wondering if they're going to use that for their whole opening.
That's a good one.
I don't know. But that speaks volumes. So no one could ever tell me that Beyonce is enemies or don't like the Kardashians. No, she likes them very much.
Yes. Sadly though, Kim Kardashian is, well, you know what, there's so much to say about Kim this episode. We're just going in order. She had a meeting with her mom inside her bathroom allegedly, which was just a weird place to have a meeting in the first place. Mm-hmm. But Kim and her mom first had a conversation about how Kim, is she really ready to embrace being single, not with a man? Because her mom hinted, Kim, you're always in a relationship. She's like, no, I'm not single. And I mean, I'm single, but I'm not ready to mingle.
I know that this is what I want. However, she's been trying to hook up with every other man that she can find. She just not authentic.
No.
I think everybody knows that about her. Right now.
I like that she acknowledged that she did say, who's going to want me at 40 with 4 kids and with my kind of lifestyle. I'm just like, thank you, Kim, for realizing that you're asking for something unattainable. But then she said, but the right man out there for me will appreciate and...
That's true.
Come in.
I truly believe that. I truly believe. But my problem with her is you're not even out of your marriage a good year. Mm-hmm. And you're already ready to marry someone else. I don't think that you really even understand marriage.
No.
I don't. It's for you. It appears to be, if I don't like it, I'm out of it.
Yeah.
If it doesn't work in my favor, I'm out of it. If it stopped bringing me joy and happiness, I'm out of it. Mm-hmm. But you don't feel that with your sisters?
No.
She
does not.
The one thing I know, I don't know what you and Kanye really went through in your marriage. I know that there was some infidelity, and I know that there was some craziness that was going on too with the both of you. Yes. However, I just felt like his craziness was too much for you. But see, that sickness and health thing and them vows, you got a lot to learn, really. And you talking about getting into another marriage, that lets me know you don't even know, you have no concept of vows.
But maybe her partner will be somebody older.
I truly believe that she would be better with someone at least 5 to 7 years older that already have established a life and a family.
Yeah, somebody that could understand and get her on a level.
However, I just think that she comes with a lot.
She does come with a lot.
I mean, it doesn't matter whether you're rich. If you're rich, you want people that are rich or wealthy. If I'm wealthy, I don't need your drama in my life. I'm wealthy.
Yes.
I don't need that,
Mm-hmm. Yes. For Khloe Kardashian, she is coming to terms with realizing that her baby Tatum, then the surrogacy process was not what she felt. She said it was so transactional and that she just got the baby, went to her room, and she just doesn't feel like that kind of connection with the child.
She does now, right?
Yes, she's working on that because
I get it.
Yeah. And also, this is the baby of Tristan, who wasn't there for you at the time of your surrogacy, and he was having another baby on you. So this is a lot to handle on the baby aspect. So that could also play a part in why she's feeling this kind of way. Well, Dolce & Gabbana want to team up with Kim Kardashian in order to do a collab for Fashion Week. And apparently this Fashion Week was September 24th of 2022. So that gives us a date range.
Sorry about that.
That's okay. So we know that this season of the Kardashians was filmed sometime after Kourtney's wedding, but before Fashion Week in September of last year.
Yeah.
So Kim is feeling kind of iffy about it because she was like, I don't want Kourtney to feel a kind of way because her wedding was themed around Dolce & Gabbana. But her mom was like, well, it's going to be 6 to 9 months out from that, so it's not like you're copying her or anything. So.
But there is a schism over that, nevertheless. Kourtney don't like it. Like Kourtney says, she never ceased to take an opportunity to make money. I get what Kourtney's saying. However, from the way Kim is saying it, but Kim is a hustler, so I'm gonna stick with Kourtney. Sometimes you could say no.
Yes, sometimes you can, Kimberly.
You could say no, and you just in competition with your sister.
Yes, which Kourtney said that she's grown out of, but she's not sure if Kim has grown out of that competition stage.
She's not competing with her anymore.
No, she is definitely not, which I understand. Well, moving on from Kim, because we're going to save Kim because she was a hoot to deal with, especially at the end. Let's lighten it up a little bit with Kendall and Kylie learning the clutch. Well, Kylie learning how to drive and
A clutch.
manual.
Yeah, manual.
Yes. And Kendall's Porsche.
Kendall was funny. She has a great sense of humor.
I love her.
She made me really see her in a different light.
Yes. Yeah, saying that her car is tired.
Her car was tired. What else she
was
said?
Over it.
Her car was over. It was funny. And honestly, I felt for her about her car. I really did feel for everything she felt about her car. And it was funny.
Yes. Moving on. Oh, yes, a little bit more about Kendall. She had her 818 tequila company party that they do once a year.
Yeah.
And
so she has tequila that she sells.
Yes, she does.
Well, they into everything.
I can't what.
They into everything. You name it.
Yes, and at this party we saw James Corden.
Yes, of course.
Yes, that was nice to see. Oh, and then Kylie in the confessional talked about the different levels of drunk people in her family.
She made Kourtney look really bad.
Yeah.
She says that Kourtney urinate on people and all over the place.
And will be naked and be free. Yeah. Moving on, at this party, Kylie confronted Khloe about a melanoma bump blemish she
cancer.
had. Yes, and it was just like very serious, and like Kylie was concerned. And then apparently this is something Khloe deals with, and she said that she would have taken it more seriously at first because she thought it was just a pimple, and now she just hopes that with the biopsy and getting it removed that
it'll remove it all.
Yes.
Yeah.
So good luck, Khloe, on that one.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, one thing that she happened to say was, Khloe, I found this very interesting that she said that everything happens to me is rare. Because she was talking about
when she comes down with things, yeah.
Yes. But the only thing that isn't rare for her is to win the lottery. Now, I know that was like a joke, but I'm just like, why would you even be playing the lottery with the kind of money you have? Unless
people do. Fine.
It also makes me think about the distribution of the money, but moving on, Kourtney talked about how the family deals with their grief individually, and even though they're a tight-knit family, when it comes to like
it appears
sadness.
to be.
Okay, they give
it's
an appearance.
Superficial.
Yes.
It's superficial.
That's
everything is real, but it's superficial real. But Kourtney was saying, but under the underbelly, it's not there. And Kourtney and Khloe got offended. No, Kourtney Chloe got offended by what Courtney said. However, just like I said about that religion thing, they have a form of godliness, but they don't even know what godliness really is outside their own opinion. And this is the same thing again. Yes, they have this closeness, but this closeness is artificial.
Yes.
It's like we put on airs. We really mean it. We so good, but outside of that, it's like hollow, and I can see that.
Yes. And also a funny little bit about Courtney. Her and Travis got it on off of camera, of course, but it was funny because she was ovulating. And she talked about the seriousness of IVF and how that took a toll on her body. And how she previously froze eggs.
And that she won't even be doing it anymore. And when you do freeze eggs, go ahead.
Yes, that sometimes there is a chance that the eggs
it's not a guarantee.
Survive the unthawing, which was surprising for me to learn. I was just like, wow.
Not guaranteed that they will survive the unthawing.
So that Courtney is really going through it.
Yeah, she's going through. And I think her sister said, why would you want another baby? You're free.
Yeah. And Courtney she was trying to say that her and Travis are just trying to come together and just enjoy what they have and just be happy.
They want a kid.
Yeah, that's how in love they are. They just want to make another.
They want another them. I understand. And if they don't, Courtney is okay with that.
Yes.
And maybe she'll think about surrogacy. But right now, this is the way she wants to go.
Yes. Interestingly enough, Courtney talked about the dynamic between Chloe, Kim, and herself. How outside of Travis, that Chloe is her soulmate, but now the dynamics have changed, and now Kim and Chloe are teaming up on Courtney, and Courtney just took it like a G.
Yeah, she understands.
Yeah, she was like, Kim's not going to be as funny as me.
Right, but she gets it, and so they plan to spend a little day together or something. She said they don't even have to go beyond the gates, that they can plan something. And she told Courtney, Chloe told Courtney, don't get me hooked up and going to the clinic or anything, taking something, doing something. I just want to have good old-fashioned fun. Yes. I get that.
Yeah, a little bit about Scott because he was in this episode briefly.
He seems so mellow and mature now.
Yes, he did comment on how little Chloe and Kim is.
Okay. Yeah, how small they are. Yeah.
I mean, he said you guys are little.
He called them little.
Yes.
And they took it as a high compliment.
Of course they did.
They did. They loved it.
Now on to the big drama.
He actually, let me go back.
Okay.
He actually asked them, was this breakup weight loss?
Yes. He's got jokes. That was a good one.
Yeah.
All right, hold on for a second. Okay. So interestingly enough, the very ending of the episode was all about the Kim Kardashian show. Apparently, Kim and Ye. It's just so much mess about them. I just don't even know where to start.
Kim and Ye.
Yes, Kim and her ex-husband Kanye, because she talks about how much stress she is.
She talks about him really in a negative way.
Right.
But then she backhands this and say he was a good husband, not a good husband, a good father, she says good things, and then in these confessionals or on her show, she's saying all this negative. I wouldn't complain. I don't complain, but all you doing is complaining.
Yes, and I hate that she uses the kids as a scapegoat, because she was like, I want the kids to see that I didn't talk bad about their father, no matter how much he talked about us.
But the whole time she's talking bad about their father. Oh, wow. It's like, I'm not going to talk bad about your dad. Even though he talks bad about me. And when they get older, they're going to say, you're talking bad. Say nothing. Just say good things. But she can't do that.
No, she can't. She really
I'm telling you, she is so self-righteous. It's so funny. Yes. She's so self-righteous. I mean, even when her mom was saying, Kimberly, how are you going to get used to, you're not used to being alone, yada, yada, yada. And she was like, oh, I love it. Yes. It's like her mother just looked at her and go, okay, whatever.
Yes. And I really hated that Kim decided to have a crying session by saying, nobody is getting their S together so I can lose it. Kim, please. That is so melodramatic. I understand you might be stressed out, but saying that everybody else around you, you need to keep them together, so therefore you can't.
And it seemed like Chloe keeps Kim together, if you ask me.
Yes.
She's always been the sister that's been the strong one. Like,
that is true.
The appearance of, she appears to be the oldest.
She really does. For
she
the baby of the Kardashians.
To be the baby, she appears to be the old. She appears to be next to the oldest.
Okay.
Kim appears to be the youngest because Courtney does seem like a big sister.
Yes.
She does set good examples.
Yes, she
and
does.
I think next to that would be Chloe, and Kim seemed like she's the baby of the bunch.
Yeah, I could see that.
Out of them three.
I'm not sure if it's just middle child syndrome of trying to get the attention.
I don't know what it is, probably.
But yes, so that was really Kim's blow off of the episode, and of course they make the first episode a to be continued.
Mm-hmm.
But really,
what was the complete when she was crying, right?
Yes, and crying and talking about Kanye and just saying that she really needs a day to have, just to let out all her stress that she has inside of her. Even though it felt like she was kind of releasing it while talking to her mom, I'm just like, is that not enough? Like,
and whoever she was crying to.
Yeah, she was crying to her mom, Christian.
That wasn't the mother with the long hair sitting in the chair.
Oh no, that was
her mother. That was some probably her
like assistant or something.
Her assistant, yeah.
Yeah, but honestly, I just feel like Kim
So
sounds
self-absorbed.
Yep, and it's contradictive at every turn.
Wealthy
she
people
says.
Problems.
You know what? That sums it up about Kim. Wealthy people problems.
You know, I wish that's all I had to cry about. You know,
Yes.
On one hand, how we have my family, we're very supportive. And on the other hand, you know, I got to bear this burden alone. See, I'm saying she's a walking contradiction.
Yes.
She really is. And like she says, I do everything for everyone. But at the end of the day, she stands up for herself and says, I had enough. It's always a walking contradiction with her.
Yes.
It's always a walking contradiction.
Yes. Oh, and I hate that she was talking about how Kanye was making up lies and wanting to keep bringing up the Ray J tapes. And it's just making her look bad. And she was just like, these tapes are not going to matter in the end. It's going to matter what you...
It's going to matter because you got on fame by the tapes and you lied. You and your mom lied. Yes. Big time. So yes, it will always make a difference.
And your children will
judge you on that. And you know what? You believe what you want to believe.
Yes. So you can really only shelter them and feed them your truth for so long.
Right. Because it's out there. And nevertheless, I just think that I just want them to all find their happiness.
Yeah, honestly, for real. And even Kim a little bit. Even though when people cry, I just feel bad. And I'm just like, Kim, I just wish she wasn't under this much stress.
I want to say, side note, on a side note, Baby Crone helped me to understand that Ron Seacrest was a executive producer.
Yes.
I didn't think he was doing that. I thought he was doing that when they were on the other network.
Yeah, that's why I was surprised to see that he was still an executive producer.
Yeah, so was I. Thank you for sharing that.
Yes, you're welcome.
But the show has been very good. I really enjoyed it. It's very entertaining. It's really... What it's looking like, really, to me, it just looks like we're looking at the life of wealthy people.
Yes.
Like I'm not going to say I identify with dressing up every day, wearing heels with sneakers. Wearing heels with jeans.
Yes.
You know, just dressing up to be ready for the camera, always in the camera, taking a picture. I don't know what that life is, and no thank you to that life. I know that would not be.
It sounds
a life
exhausting.
For me. It sounds ready all the time, and I know I'm the type of person I like my downtime, so that wouldn't work for me. Maybe if I was younger, but it would not work for me. So.
Oh yes, I did want to talk a little bit about Kim Kardashian's house because
minimalist.
Yes, I had seen pictures of it, but the video did it justice, but not justice, because it looks even more plain and just
She's a
dreadful
minimalist.
to live in.
It's minimalist. I mean, it's not my thing. It's not your thing. However,
maybe if it was a different color, white.
That's minimalist. You got to keep it plain. Now
Right.
she could have a pop of red or orange or something in there, but she doesn't. But
maybe if she would have went with a beige instead of a white, I could have taken that because it's a little bit more tanner.
Yeah, but I get what she's saying.
Minimalist.
It's the minimalist, that style. You know, she's chic, and she spent the best for it.
Yes,
so
she even has.
and you
neck
gotta
cars.
be there to see it in person. But being a minimalist would not be with what I want in that massive house.
Yes.
You know, it's massive, and I would definitely. I believe it's everything on one floor, actually.
Oh, you know what? That honestly wouldn't surprise me. Interestingly enough, we saw a snippet for some of the episodes to come, and Scott Disick got to the truth with Kim and Chloe. He was just like, so do you guys want to continue living your lives in front of the cameras, or are you guys ready to step back out of the light?
He asked them straight up, and it was a pause, for real.
They really had to think about that.
But it went off. They didn't answer. But I'm sure I would love to hear it. See, like sometimes, you know, it's a bittersweet. You could say you hate something, but is it time? And I guess that's his way of saying, guys, maybe y'all need to wrap it up. I mean, they have reached the pinnacle.
Yeah, they really
and
have.
It's like all I'm looking at now, is what they're gonna wear.
Yeah.
When Kylie and Kendall were in the car, I was just looking at their sunglasses.
Oh yes, most definitely.
You know, I'm looking at
Kendall
their
was
fashion.
swerving a little bit on the lanes, but
Yeah. But what I'm saying is that it just became a fashion show. It's so glamorous. I mean, we don't live like that. So that's what it's become to me. It's a fashion show and a definitely a decadent lifestyle.
Oh, yes.
Like when Kim was in the bathroom and the mother was sitting on the wherever she was sitting, and it was like all these, I don't know what it was, plants, flowers, whatever, and a big window. I don't know what it was, but it just, you know what, it just makes me say, you've got everything. But it's like the one thing that they don't want to let go of, that camera.
Yes, because they know that's their source of income.
That's this, and they have already got businesses in alcohol. They got business, makeup, you name it. They're fine.
They honestly
They're
are.
fine. They don't need to be, but that's what the one thing I don't think that they want to let go of. We'll see.
Yes.
We'll see. We will see. And as long as people like you and me are watching their show, like, you know, and I'm saying it, if it gets boring, I will stop watching it. I will say, sorry, it got boring. But so far, I find it, I enjoy it.
Yeah.
And what I enjoy is I just want them to go and take a break. And so I want to see if this is how they're going to do it.
Yes, that would be nice to see if they just gracefully come to the conclusion.
Right.
Because Kylie even did at the beginning when they were showing snippets. She was just like, we need to talk about our influence and the beauty standards that we're setting. We need to figure out what we're doing with our power. So like this, it seems like this season's really coming down to what are the Kardashians doing?
What do they stand for other than constantly selling us something? What do they give us other than they selling us? It's always selling and buying with them.
Yes.
So what have they give you? Have Kylie ever sat down and gave you a makeup class? This is how I do it. This is how I do it.
I know she did like one Vogue episode where like people do like 5-minute makeups and show how they do like a quick makeup in the
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of things that can be done, you know.
But Kylie's so good at makeup. She should teach.
She could teach. She could have a store. She should have a store and sell her beauty supplies. You know, distribute it all over. I guess she. You know, who cares? You know, not who cares, but.
I mean, when they making fraud with their money and what they really truly own. It's questionable, especially because Kylie Cosmetics, I heard, has taken a little decline in sales.
Right.
So-
I heard that it wasn't all that when they said, I think it was built on lies, but you know what? Who knows the real truth? So anyway, did we finish?
Yes, we covered everything on the first episode of season 3 of the Kardashians.
Look, this is it's just getting started.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a little sleepy, so I don't have all my boom. But nevertheless, I do enjoy it. I really hope that they will eventually sit down.
Yes.
I really do. Because when you look at the show, you're just looking at wealthy people and how they spend their day. And
Really?
they spend their days doing, I guess, what they want to do, teaching Kylie how to drive.
Yes, well,
working
having people
out.
following you backwards and in front of the car.
Yeah. So I guess that's the life of the rich and the famous. I don't know. All I know is that I did enjoy the first episode.
Yeah.
I hope that you join us again next week as we continue to watch and see. I can't wait for Courtney to really come in. Because I don't
Yes.
think she really was much in this episode.
Not
So
much.
I really can't wait to see her. And again, I thought that Kendall was hilarious.
Love
I
her.
find that she has a lovely sense of a lovely personality, and I've grown to love her. Kylie seems so uptight to me. She just
Yes.
always seems so uptight and so mature.
Yes,
She just
oh,
seemed like
that
an
was
older
funny because
woman.
she was just like, why is everybody saying I look old now?
She looks older. She looks older to me.
Yes.
She really does. And one of the things that I have noticed about them, not Kylie, I mean not Kendall,
Okay.
but they all seem like they got very large lips now. Kimberly, Chloe, and Kylie. Their lips seem much bigger than their faces now. It's just you could tell when they do their pout. That's why
Yes.
it's like that, because you can't puckle them when you get fillers like that. So it's always looked like that. Well, anyway, that was just me sharing.
Yes.
Other than that, the girls look lovely.
Yes, they did.
I enjoyed the show. Please join me. I don't know how it's going to work out, but we're here, Baby Crone and I, to give you the update. So please follow us as we follow
Yes.
them. Okay? So with that being said, we thank you for joining us, our little munchkins, our little crones, and our little chickens. Thank you for joining us. Sunflowers, and be blessed.